when you started, you created the like original tracking board for different projects, correct?
Yes. I mean, at the time, my job, I was told to just keep track of all the screenplays and the books and the articles, anything that's coming out of the agencies and management companies. And at the time, everything was done via phone calls and groups of tracking groups, which were like competitors, but at different studios so you could trade information. And people would spend the entire day calling each other, talking about scripts and talking about projects, and then compiling a list and creating a document to then present your company of like, these are the things that are coming out. And I was just like, this is pretty inefficient because it would take 8 hours of a day when we could, at the time, it was pretty early in the internet. You couldn't even create your own email address. There was no Hotmail. And so I just knew that we could just create an IP address, put in a website, and it's called SQL Server, that you could create these databases and then make a server that would house a group of people of like, at the time, it was like we were like 25 to 30 executives or producers that would exchange information on one document that we could all edit. And then at the end of just whenever we put up all our information of like the scripts and like the log lines and things, it'd take our day from 8 hours of work to less than 30 minutes.
That's kind of
Wow.
wild to think about because now Google Sheets is like where my life lives,
Yeah.
and I can't imagine having to like call and spend 8 hours doing something that we take for granted as
Yeah.
far as like a 30-second thing. That is like ridiculously innovative of you. And were you an assistant at that time?
Yes. Well, I was a junior executive at a company that doesn't exist anymore called
Was it
Alphaville.
Alphaville?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that kind of creating that and having that just like kind of mindset is a great skill that moved you into being a great producer?
I don't know if that was what caused it, but it did allow me to meet pretty much all the main people in Hollywood at the time, because this was the first tracking board that was for 25 people, and those people would tell other people what they had, and other people would call me, it's like, I want to be on that group, but we couldn't have everyone on it, because if you share all the information with everyone, then it was sort of useless. And I said, if you create a group of like 20 people, 25 people, I'll create another room for you to put in your group, and you could have the exact same thing. And so after about 6 months, there was about 600 different people using it, and everyone had to call me and set up I'd have to set up the system for them. And so I just got to know pretty much everyone that was doing tracking in Hollywood at the time.